So in today's class, we will talk about two libraries. The first one is scikit-learn, or you can say sklearn, and the second library is Seaborn. The sklearn library is used to define in various machine learning algorithms, and Seaborn is used to define various plots. So like in sklearn, we can define linear regression by the syntax using the linear regression. First, we have to import the linear regression model from the sklearn library, and then we'll use the function as linear regression. For support vector machines, we'll use the function SVM. For the naive-Bayes classifier, we'll use, there is naive-Bayes library in sklearn. From the naive-Bayes library, we import the Gaussian NB, and Gaussian NB is a function to calculate the naive-Bayes classifier. For k nearest neighbor, we use the k nearest neighbor classifier, and you have to define the number of neighbors here, like it is 5 given here. The principal component analysis is one of the unsupervised method. For the principal component analysis, from sklearn decomposition, we'll import PCA, and then we'll use the function PCA to implement the principal component analysis. For k-means clustering, there is a function k-means that is used to define the k-means. Now you have to define number of clusters here and random state from where you have starting. Okay, so these are the inbuilt function in sklearn library. You just need to write the name of the algorithm, and that algorithm with automatically can be modeled for your data set. How you will import data set? To import the data set, we'll use the pandas library. Okay, and you can simply take the data set by using the NumPy. And after importing, you can implement any of the machine learning algorithm on it. After fitting or generating a model, we need to do the model fitting. For that purpose, we use the fit function. Okay, for model fitting. To do the prediction, we use the predict function. Like if you are doing the prediction by using support vector machine, we write svv.predict np-random.random 2,5. Similarly, for any algorithm, to fit the model, we use the fit function. To predict the model, to predict from the trained model, we use the predict function. To check the accuracy of the algorithm, the error terms can also be used. These error terms are for classification matrix, we use the error terms, accuracy score, and precision and recall value. For regression, we'll use the mean absolute error, mean square error, and R square. For clustering, we'll check the adjacent rank index, homogeneity, and B measure. After the implementation of the model and accuracy checks, we can do the cross-validation on the data. Cross-validation means you are partitioning your data and applying the model on a certain part of data and predicting the other part of data. Then you reshuffle that. Now you are applying the created model on another part of the data and predict the rest of the parts. So sklearn is the library in which the machine learning algorithm syntaxes are defined. Then we have another library, and that library is Seaborn. Seaborn library is used to define your different types of plots. Like for a scatter plot, we'll use the strip plot function and the swarm plot function. The strip plot is used to define the scatter plot with one categorical variable. And the swarm plot is used for non-overlapping points. To define a bar chart, we use the bar plot function. Then there is another plot, this is a count plot to count the number of observations. Point plot to point estimates and confidence interval as rectangular bars, point plots. Then we have the box plot. Box plot is used for the wide form of the data, and there is another Boiling plot. So to define any plot, first you need to write which type of plot you need. Okay. After that, you have to define the axis values on the x-axis and y-axis what you are plotting, and you need to define the data set. So three things are needed: x value, y value, and the data set. By using the scatter plot and any other plot, you have to define x, y, and the name of the data set. After plotting, you can give the legends also by using the legend functions. You can define the legends. You can define the title on the plots. So these are very same plots as we have done in the R. We just need to write the syntax value and whatever we are plotting, the data set name and the x and y axis. And we can define the labels and legends on the data set by using the label function or the legend function.